Ah, first of all, welcome to our YouTube channel, Chef
Yeah.
Chef Erin. Um,
Hello.
okay, for consolation's sake, we got certain things right, what the outcomes could be, but boy, in terms of exact prediction of what the games are gonna go, how the games are gonna go, we're 100% off in terms
We're
of
so
the
off.
exact score lines. I think maybe the only consolation is that certain teams we thought they were gonna win, they did win. Of course, there were one or two surprises from yesterday, which is kind of interesting. But I mean, there is your audience. I mean, tell us what your thoughts. Your thoughts before we get into
Mm,
the games on what happened
I
till at
think
this hour of the day. Yeah.
I think I overestimated Tunisia. I didn't
Mhm.
think they were that bad.
Mm.
And yeah, they're that bad. That was my
Mm.
I always knew Japan would be better, but I thought Tunisia would try based on that the fact that they've got a new coach and tried and Japan are missing key players, but
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Mm.
They had absolutely no chance, not even close. Uh,
100%. 100%.
it- yeah, that's my biggest, disappointment. Also, I was hoping Ivory Coast beat Germany, or at least
Yeah.
draw. I think they deserve to draw.
What did you
They
predict?
deserve to draw.
I kind of predicted.
I
I kind
I
of.
said 3-1 Germany.
I had said what? We
You
we
had
we had said 3-1
said,
Germany. We thought Germany was gonna win, but some
yeah,
part of us we just felt like okay, we wanted Ivory Coast to win. I think because we have a predictor for the whole tournament. I think a draw, even a win for Ivory Coast would help us in our predictions, right? I think that was
yeah,
probably it. So yeah, man. Interesting. Interesting. Then if we go to the other one, the group with that was Sweden, Netherlands, Sweden, Japan, and
I was,
yeah, and Tunisia. That was that's I think that's the
yeah, I
I
was
think that's the
surprised
I think that's the
by
highest scoring group in essence, if you think about it. It's
it
because
is.
6 goals, Sweden,
It
Netherlands,
is the highest scoring group.
4 goals, 5 goals, Sweden, 1-1. I think they're probably the highest scoring group. I'm not sure, I haven't done the calculation, but they're probably the highest. I wasn't expecting so many goals from this group, but I mean, here we are.
Yeah,
Japan is genuinely a sleeping giant, I think as a country, based on how they are in terms of approach, they're always going to be pulling some serious weight. I think they're getting close to maybe what they think they should be. Um, but I think yeah. But
yeah.
let's get into it. I think uh, we're gonna start with Group F, um, where we have Netherlands, Japan, Sweden. So I think I'll just put up the big screen and uh,
20 goals scored.
yeah, 20 goals, 20 goals scored. That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Yeah,
I mean, this is what we want to see in a World Cup where we see so many goals. But I think we're gonna just start off with what we're seeing in this group. Um, you can see that Netherlands is leading. Japan is number two. Sweden is number three, as exactly as we said it would be, based on our predictor. But I think you have to just see how Japan and Sweden pan out. I think a Sweden draw is good for them versus Japan because it keeps them in the contention for number three without being eliminated in top eight. And yeah, but yeah, these were the matches. I think Japan did well. I think Netherlands did well as expected. So let's go to the first match. We had Netherlands and Sweden. I think they played last night around 7 p.m. At the Houston Stadium. Beautiful stuff. I think Michael Oliver is a decent referee. Do you know that? Yeah, Michael Oliver is a decent referee. I think I've seen him in the EPL or even in the Champions League. He's a decent referee.
yeah.
But Any takeaways? I had a prediction that Netherlands were going to do well, and I said Netherlands doing well highly depends on Cody Gakpo's uh, performance, and I was proven right. I wasn't expecting Brobby to come up with 2 goals though, based on how he played in the first game. So I think that was something that was interesting. Some of you, as expected, I said some of you is going to do well as long as the right back, the guy from Inter, what's his name? I always like to jump him a lot.
Dumfries.
As long as Dumfries plays
Denzel
well,
Dumfries.
but Denzel Dumfries really played well, and as soon as I mean, some of you came in as a substitute, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But you see, some of you came, some of you came on as a substitute, and it was right at the 46th minute. But you see, he had an assist and a goal, and his performance, very much, very much dependent on the output Dumfries was going to bring in. Marlon was not amazing. He was a bit sluggish. I wouldn't say poor, but sluggish. But I think he contributed a lot defensively in terms of controlling the midfield. De Jong doing De Jong things, so that was not a surprise. Yeah, Netherlands did what they did, but I think someone who just looking at the stats, they will probably think it was a one-sided affair, but it was not. Far from it. It was not a one-sided affair. This was as balanced as it could get. I think even still in the first half, after the first break, Sweden came in swinging. They had so many chances. I think Ayari had a chance. Gyökeres, I think, had 2 chances in the first half. The goalkeeper, Nordveld, was brilliant on the day. But in general, if you think about the fact that Van Dijk and Van Hag have these high ratings because of the 5-1 scoreline, doesn't give you like the true reflection of the game, and I think that's the problem with stats, where these stats say one thing, but the truth is a bit different. So yeah, probably 2 goals. Cody Gakpo, I think, was the man of the match. Gyökeres and Isak, think about it, they lost 5-1, but Gyökeres and Isak have a rating of 7 and 7.9. That tells you a lot about Sweden's attack, and I think this was very true. If you look at the stats of the match, Sweden had more chances, in essence, than Netherlands by far. I think I remember the one Ayari chance where in the second period where he was crossed the ball by Gyökeres. Just a beautiful ball by Gyökeres. First time chest, but I think the ball went out. That's when I realized, okay, Sweden is not as bad. I think defensively they have issues. They need to work those out because Japan is not a joke. Japan will probably try to slap them again with another interesting scoreline. So that's interesting because I think Japan is also trying to fight to win the group to avoid certain teams. So I think that's going to be very interesting. But your thoughts on this?
I agree with most of it. I think this group is pretty much concluded. It's pretty much concluded. It's just a matter of who finishes second between Japan and Sweden.
Yes.
Yeah. And I can see Japan and Sweden drawing. Okay. Right? They're playing together next, right?
Yeah.
I can see a draw there. I
Okay,
think
that's
they both
interesting.
it benefits both of them because it would automatically make Sweden qualify. Japan kind of already have qualified, and Netherlands are going to like defeat Tunisia straight up. Like they'll end up on 7 points. Sweden and Japan is interesting. I think I'm still leaning towards a draw.
Okay.
They're going to be very cautious. A draw benefits both of them. They don't need to win to qualify. So I can see that happening. That's my take. And that's my take on this. So the Netherlands are really good. I was doubting them a little bit, but they're really good team.
They were. I think Sweden is a stat padding team, in the sense that you think a team is really good. But I'm telling you, I think I still have questions with the Netherlands in terms of the application in terms of defensive work. I'm saying this coming from a game where they went twice ahead of Japan, and Japan was still coming back and scoring them. that should tell you something about their defense. But they're really good. They're a good side. But yeah, I think you're right. This group is almost concluded. I think it's just going to be competition for number one, if depending on what type of scoreline we see between Japan and Sweden. Because if Japan and Sweden becomes more than a 4-goal affair, and Netherlands fails to score Tunisia with more than 3 goals, Japan is actually going to lead the group, because head to head they're the same, but then it goes to goals for, because I think in this tournament head to head comes before goals scored. So that's goal difference. So that's actually an interesting thing happening in this World Cup. So yeah, this one is done. I think let's jump to the next one, and it was, I think we just talked about it in essence, which was played in the early hours of the morning, which is Tunisia and Japan. Which yeah, a disappointment. Ueda is brilliant. He's a brilliant forward. He is good headers. He has a shot. He's very, very strong, very, very balanced. He has that Argentine body structure where it's very like he's very, very. He looks very physical. He looks, to me, physically almost looks like a slight smaller Aguero in terms of the size of the body, but he's so balanced. They have such a brilliantly balanced team. Tunisia could have been beaten more. They had one or two chances, but I think Hannibal is probably the only person in this Tunis team that was trying in the match. So yeah, but Wood, I think best performance, brilliant formation, 3-4-2-1 is an interesting formation, and it was exactly the same formation, I think. But I think this was on paper, but I think during the game there was a lot of 5-3-2 from um, from the Tunisian team. The goalkeeper for Tunisia was awful. Some of the goals we got scored were really poor, especially the first Ueda goal. That long range effort, it was so close to him. I think he could have done something, but he did not. So that was interesting. But yeah, Kamada and Ueda and Ito, the front line is a brilliant team. I think the Itakura ball, which was headed by Ueda in the last minute, in the 84th minute, was also brilliant. I think I like that. That was a good team. That was a good version of goal, but I think they almost scored something similar versus Netherlands. So they're actually good in the air. You wouldn't think of Japan as a team that's good in the air, but they were good in the air.
Well, they are. You'd be surprised that Ueda looks small, but he's 6 foot.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Like
True.
you wouldn't think that he's 6 foot, the way he looks, but he's 6 foot.
You know,
Surprise.
surprisingly also, Japan did not start Kubo. You know, he was.
I think he's injured.
Yeah.
I think
Let
Kuba
me
is
see.
injured.
Oh, he's injured, right? Yeah, he was actually not even
I
in the
think he's
team.
injured. Yeah, he's injured.
Kubo is a brilliant. I think they need Kubo. It's unfortunate, maybe he's not here, but I think they'll probably need Kubo going forward. Maeda is a very good attacker. I think I've seen him in Europe. But I genuinely think they need options like Kubo, people who can carry the ball and attack and dribble. They really need those individuals if they're gonna go forward and do something important in the tournament. I like the fact that they cycled their defenders, because I think the guys who started versus Netherlands started again. So I think that's really nice. The fact to see them like preserve certain, especially Tomiyasu. I think he really needed the rest after that long season in Europe. So that was something. But other than that, this game done and dusted. It was as expected. I had said 2-0. You had said a draw, but clearly Tunisia disappointed. It was actually worse than that for both of us. So yeah, that's probably
so
the takeaway. But we go to the next one, which is Germany and Ivory Coast. We talked about this one also, where Ivory Coast. Yeah, your thoughts? This one was a direct. If it was a cagey match, to be fair, if I had to be honest with it, actually.
Very close. Yeah, a very close game.
Mm-hmm.
The substitute for Germany was the key. Like I think Ivory Coast. I think African teams are getting more disciplined, structured. They're playing this blunt football, but it's basic but efficient. That's what they play. And it seems to work. Seems to work. I wasn't expecting them. I was really expecting like Germany to just win easily. So
Yeah,
in
I
the
think.
end, I was hoping like it would be a draw, but
Who took
yeah, the
hmm? Who really
yeah, we
picked
took, you can
who
ask.
really picked your interest in the two teams? It's unfortunate that two people actually got injured, Singo and Shorterback. This the fullback for Ivory Coast and the centre back pair for. But they have options in Germany because I think as soon as he got injured, Rudiger came on. He was really decent. He was not bad, to be fair. I think there wasn't much there because I think Germany changed their tactics a lot in the second half. So I think when they brought in the likes of Undav, but Undav was almost near the end of the match. I genuinely think Undav should start ahead of Havertz. I don't know, maybe it's me, but I think Undav should start ahead of Havertz. He's very, very effective. Like with Havertz, you have to give him like a couple of chances in the scores, but Undav tends to one or two chances he has a goal. So that's something I think maybe Nagelsmann has to look into. Nua was really brilliant. So there's some good saves, but I think one thing I liked about the Ivory Coast goal was that they overloaded the one side with Diamande, and I think that's what happened where they overloaded Diamante on this left side with Ulai, and I think it brought certain defenders. Although Schotterberg was not also really doing well at the time because he was already fairly injured, so it kind of like opened space for Cassie and Sangare who were like running in across the goal, and the ball just fell to Ahmad. I think he missed. He hit it the first time. It was served, and then Cassie finished it off. And that overload on Diamante's side, I think, is going to be key in any other match they play. Pavlovic did not have an amazing day, but he was okay. He was okay because I mean they didn't get beaten up. They controlled the game even where whilst they were losing, but you could see that after they got the draw, they were now trying to look for a winner, and that was actually very interesting. So that was something there. But anything new? We're expecting them to win. You were almost very close with that 3-1 you came up with. It was a 2-1, so that was brilliant on your end. If it was a bet, we would probably be calling it a win. So that was cool. But anything more? Fofana was brilliant. To be fair, as the goalkeeper, he was good. I think he kept out a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
chances. Leroy Sané was also okay, but I think Leroy Sané gets tired. I don't think he can finish an entire match with the way he plays. So that was also an interesting. But credit to Nagelsmann to notice what he needed to do, get the equalizer, remove certain players, and then find a way to win the game. I think that was brilliant. So yeah,
Yeah, it was.
yeah, that was quite
Just good.
brilliant.
Just good.
I think I will let you have the next one, which is this one. Because
Oh,
this
this one.
one, this one, I think you
Well,
probably
if you
you
take,
had a lot to say here.
yeah, I think Ecuador is just wasteful.
Mm,
If you check the stats, you see, just check a look at how many, take a look at how many, if you go
my
to the
God,
stats, how many
my
shots.
goodness,
They had 27 shots
that's
and
a lot.
15 on target. Yeah, they were just not clinical.
That's an average of
Uh,
9 shots. That could be shots of a team in a game. Those are three matches.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they just, yeah, it was just a matter of being unlucky and not taking your chances also. Basically, that was it. That was the issue here. Otherwise, um, there isn't much to it, but it really does affect their chances of going through
Hmm.
because now they have to win. They have to win, and yeah, they have to win. And I don't think with the panic on demand, they might struggle in the next game. That's my take. I think they may draw or lose the next game based on just the nerves.
I think it puts their table in a very interesting place because they are still number 3, but now they are going to play Germany. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, that's interesting. They might actually not
Germany have
qualify,
qualified already.
and they might
They might
actually,
not.
yeah, but maybe they might actually get a draw, or if they win versus Germany, they qualify. So that's also interesting. But I also would want to see the Ivory Coast Curaçao game. I want to see how effective the Diamantes are in terms of playing. But credit to Curaçao though, they were not packing the bus
Yeah.
like that. They were
Yeah,
very like
Curaçao were good.
they're very like yes, they're not the best team, but they're very positive, and I appreciate that a lot, and that was really nice to see. So yeah,
Yeah, Curaçao were like Curaçao were good. I think just they really the keeper was for me the man of the match.
that guy,
Many good
that
saves.
guy. I think that we have to talk about. Look at this. This
Yeah,
guy he
so
kept
many
out
saves.
at least I don't know 27 shots, I think.
There were 15 shots on target.
Yeah, like he was brilliant. He reminded me of the Cape Verde Spain game with Vozino. So that was brilliant. I think so far we have found interesting gems in the World Cup in terms of goalkeepers, but these guys are old now, which is very interesting. Vozino is not young. Eloy Room also is not young. I wish these guys were like fairly young, like 20. Someone would buy them, but brilliant
Yeah, but
displays from the goalkeepers.
I think though, like people should look into those islands
For goalkeepers, right?
for keepers.
Yeah, I think
They
yeah,
seem to have
there's
keepers
something
like
in the water.
Haiti, yeah, Cabo Verde.
hmm
Uh,
There's something in the
yeah, there's
water.
something. Yeah, I
Something
don't
in the
know what they
water.
do, but they have good goalkeepers. Yeah,
In the water.
and they're this one is 37, 37 years. The other one is 40.
40, yeah,
So
they're not young.
interesting.
They're very interesting.
They're
So
not.
yeah, that was
So
what we had in terms of we got our predictions in terms of who wins. We were decent, but I think maybe
got
the
it wrong.
exact score lines were
He,
fairly off. The closest was the Germany one. I think the
yeah,
2-1 to
yeah,
3-1. I think we're very
2-1.
close.
Here
Um,
I'd say 3-1 here.
Ivory Coast is very organized, and I think that was brilliant. But any final
They
words?
are.
I think we have to,
Um,
yeah.
the final words are. I mean, as much as the African teams have lost,
Yeah.
except Tunisia,
Yeah.
uh, the big African teams are generally like they're showing this good, efficient brand of football. It's basic, it's organized, structured, it's physical, which is interesting.
Mm.
They've basically become hard to beat, except Tunisia. That's my take from this. It seems like in this World Cup, that seems to pay off. Structure, organization, become very hard to defeat.
Okay. No, I mean, um, okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. So yeah. Uh, so guys, this is what we have in terms of matches that are played. I think we're looking forward to later today. We have brilliant matches set up. I think I'm gonna meet you again for the pre-match analysis to see what other teams, what are we looking at today.
Mhm.
Uh, share, like, subscribe, join us.
Subscribe.
We actually do some streams, so you can jump on, join us as we watch, give us your opinions, give us your analysis, who you think is doing well, any new gems, any interesting formations you're seeing, displays and pieces of play that probably took your interest and probably made you love the beautiful game. But from us, ciao, ciao.
So